Okay, good morning. Welcome to
FamilyMath839.
Math839. So today we're going to rewatch the number file video that talks about 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus ... equals minus 1/12. And actually we were originally planning to do this yesterday, and then we did that Fermat's library problem. But so that this just means you've been thinking about this, or had this in your mind for a day. Maybe you haven't been thinking about it so much. But what are some of the things you remember from this number file video?
Well, remember, they didn't start with this one. They started with a couple that were kind of easier to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like they started with 1. Like they started with 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1. And this equals 1/2.
Okay.
Yeah, because it depends on whether, because you can either, because if this goes on for infinity, you don't know if you're gonna start, or you don't know it's gonna be the last number. Is it gonna be a -1 or a +1? So it's just average, so 1/2.
Okay.
And then I think they did stuff with finite versions of the sum. How it keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Okay.
And I don't remember what their explanation of why this was.
All right. So, but you remember this series, and you remember that series.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you remember?
Well, I remember this series, but yes, I don't really remember the proof they used.
Okay.
I remember that they used like different series that I guess they were a little easier to understand, and they sort of built up to this series.
Okay.
And then I think they might have done 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8.
You think this might be there? 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8. What does that equal?
This is 2.
2. Okay.
So the converging series is.
All right. Oh, it's interesting you called this a converging series. What would you say those are?
Well, this one I would say this one, if I didn't know it was -1/12, I would call this a converging series.
You would?
Yes.
Okay. What would it converge to?
I would have thought it would have converged to positive infinity.
Okay. And what about this one?
Well,
And then this one, well, I would not call this a converging series.
Okay, why not?
Because it's not going anywhere. Because the value at any number is one of two things. So they're 1 or 0.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think about these three series and that word converge?
Oh, the converging series. I'm not sure this one would be a converging series, because I sort of think in a converging series it follows a pattern and gets smaller every time to converge to a number. But this is sort of numbers are getting bigger.
Okay.
Well, each of these series is kind of approaching a number. This one, it's a bit more obvious. It's kind of going to 2. This one, you think it's going to positive infinity.
Okay.
But it's not actually converging to where you think it's converging.
What do you think?
Am I going to be converging at all?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think. Well, you could sort of think about it as converging to a positive infinity if we didn't look at the video, but yeah, I guess that would make sense if it's still converging to a number, but it's just not like a whole number.
Okay. All right, so let me ask you this. Do you believe this converges to 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do. Okay. Do you believe this converges to 1/2?
I think it does, yeah.
You do. Do you believe this converges to -1/12?
Does not seem like that converges.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you believe this converges to 2?
Yes.
How about this one to 1/2?
I don't think it converges to 1/2,
Okay.
but I think it is 1/2.
All right. What about this one? Do you think this converges to -1/12?
No.
Okay. Do you think it is -1/12?
Well, yes.
You do.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Good. That's a good introduction. Let's watch the video.